Hello, it's Greg Harrelson here, and the question that I'm asking is, are you on track to reach your first quarter goals? It's an important question. I think that we all need to be asking ourselves that question and diving into the answer to see if there's any adjustments we need to be making. It's important to know that right now, that whatever you've already closed and whatever you currently have pending that's going to close in the next 2 weeks, that determines your first quarter results. So the reality is you can just take a snapshot of what you've already done and what you have pending right now, and you know what your first quarter results are going to be. It's very likely you're going to get a listing and sell it and close it, or write a new contract right now and close it before the end of the first quarter. Now, anything you do get listed and any contracts that you write and are ratified are likely to fall into the second quarter. So we'll be asking that question later on in a couple months from now, whether or not you reach that goal. But the thing is you want to look at and ask yourself, am I on track? Did I reach my first quarter goal? If the answer is yes, congratulations. That's fantastic. Great job. I recommend that you reevaluate your second quarter goals and third quarter goals to determine if you need to maybe bump up your goals because you've generated a good bit of momentum. If the answer is no and you have not reached your first quarter goal, then I really want you to kind of follow a few steps that I propose. Number one is you want to rewrite your business plan, and you want to do that now. Now, it's common to rewrite a business plan each quarter and for that business plan to not change that much. But what you're really looking for is you're kind of going through and looking at all the numbers that you have and see where you may have went off track. So rewrite that business plan, adjust those numbers, adjust your strategies, maybe adjust your schedule and whatnot. Just look at that and see if there's some things that'll just pop up and say, wow, that's what I need to do differently. And then rewrite that plan and make a new commitment to that particular plan. The second thing here is you've got to really make a new commitment to lead generation. For the majority of people out there, agents out there, the reason why they miss their goals is because they don't have the right lead generation strategy, or maybe they haven't made a strong enough commitment to a lead generation strategy. So I just suggest you kind of step back with a notepad, take some notes, ask a question, ask yourself these questions. One here is, what is my lead generation strategy? Exactly how are you going to systematically generate leads? Is your company providing seller leads and buyer leads, or are you responsible for going out there and generating them yourself? Are you spending money on leads, or are you spending time self-generating? You need to kind of reevaluate that. The second thing is look at how much you did, because how much you did in the area of lead generation in the first quarter is likely the reason why you got the results that you got. So you want to look at how much did I do, and then ask yourself, is that enough? Do you need to make a change in that particular area? And the third thing is do I need to do more? See, it's important that however you did business to get where you are, if you want more, then you're likely going to have to do more. Now, I'm not one of those that wants to say you need to work hours and hours and hours. In other words, work every night, every day, every weekend day. I'm not a big proponent of that. I really believe you got to work smart. So you really need to look at, where did you generate? Are there some more higher quality areas that you could spend your time in? And should you be spending a little bit more time calling or reaching out to the higher quality prospects versus the lower quality prospects? It's just all the questions that you have to ask yourself. I can't really give you the answers because it's a personal conversation that you got to have with yourself. Of course, as a coach, I'm working through this with my real estate agents all the time, but I'm able to have that dialogue. If you'd ever like to have that dialogue with me, I'd be more than happy to do so. The third thing is I said, talk to your coach or your mentor, your broker, your owner, and talk to them. You should be talking to them once per week. Hopefully they're providing you the coaching and the resources and the systems necessary to grow your business. And if they are, I suggest that you communicate with them once per week. Ask them to hold you accountable. They're not going to have to. No, you're not asking somebody to govern you or to reprimand you, whatnot. You're still maintaining the freedom that you're granted when you're an independent contractor. But just talking with somebody and bouncing off ideas once a week with them, sharing with them your numbers, sharing with them your commitments, so they can talk to you about it, about when you may be off track or maybe when you're on track and even excelling. Have those conversations. Tell them the numbers that you did for the week. Run by your challenges, ask them for suggestions, and commit to an action plan with them. See, I believe that in order to continue to grow, it's important that you have somebody to communicate with, somebody to coach you, somebody to guide you, and quite frankly, somebody that'll just be transparent and share with you maybe what you need to be doing to get on the right track. So, if you haven't reached your first quarter goal, follow those few steps. The market is very competitive out there right now, but the good thing is real estate agents who are committed to a great business plan and a lead generation strategy are excelling in all markets. If there's anything that I can do to help you, I'd love to talk with you. I'm Greg Harrelson with Century 21, the Harrelson Group in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, and Century 21 Expert Advisors in Charleston, South Carolina. Talk to you soon.